All right, guys, this is inaccurate. So I was driving to work today and I had the radio on, because I'm an old man and everything. And through that radio, I heard that apparently your pee-pee can actually shrink from the virus. So obviously, I wanted to know more about this. And after a little research and a little digging, I eventually found the article. So this is the article by Jen Mills from metro.co.uk. Apparently it's a British article. So the title is Warning Over COVID Dick, which apparently is actually a coined term after man claims he lost 1.5 inches from penis. Like, I don't know about you, that's pretty scary. Like 1.5 inches is a lot. That's like 25% of, if you're just like an average person. But going into the article, it kind of details about like how the situation kind of came to be. It comes after a man in his 30s described how he lost 1.5 inches in length after contracting the disease 6 months ago. The man says the problem has still not resolved and both his length and girth have reduced. So, and then it kind of details into like, oh, he went into this podcast, and then like this podcast had a bunch of doctors, well, two doctors describing, like they were having like a conversation back and forth. And apparently, this is actually a common thing that they have observed. Yeah, it details right here. In May of last year, a study was published that linked severe erectile dysfunction with COVID-19. Researchers found the virus could be found in penises long after the initial infection and suggested that widespread endothelial cell dysfunction from COVID infection can contribute to erectile dysfunction. So the details of the survey is that they surveyed 100 Italian men. I don't know why it's Italian. The survey was probably done in Italy, but as you can see, it's kind of like a small sample size. 75 of whom had contracted COVID and 25 who hadn't. Those who had caught COVID appeared significantly more likely to experience ED, which is about 28% of the 75 people who got COVID. And then there was, compared to those who hadn't, which had like 10%. So if you haven't, there's like, you're still at risk of ED, but there's like an 18% increase if you did catch COVID. Let's see. Researchers concluded that ED as the hallmark of, more ED could be a short or long-term complication of COVID. And, they're talking about making a video and, letting people know about this if you don't want to get your vaccine, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, one of the doctors that was in the podcast said, like, he offered some hope to people that rehabilitation was possible. However, saying that stretching devices, vacuum erection devices, or a low dose of Viagra could help. So, the PP pumps and the Viagra. Now, I'm talking about this because it's just generally funny to me. Uh, like if you were in a situation where you're or with your like wife or girlfriend, you have to explain to her, it's like, no, baby, no, like it was bigger back then. I got the virus and now it's smaller. And then you're gonna have to explain to people why your member is 25% smaller than it used to be. God, like 1.5 inches. That's a lot. So like, there are some things to know. Like it is only one study that was done on Italian men as well. There's not really like hard research proof about this, mostly because I think a lot of the, the virus research is done with, actually putting into finding finding a better vaccine. So, you could take this with a grain of salt. Um, Although there's one thing I was kind of wondering about. Like if you repeatedly got coronavirus, like maybe last year you got corona and then like this year you got corona, so then, like, would it kind of like stack, Like, would you lose 1.5 last year and then 1.5 this year, and then you would just be like half of your original size? And then, like, if you kept getting coronavirus repeatedly, would you be able to get kind of like a micro penis situation going on? So apparently, why this actually happens is that the virus actually damages blood vessels. And if you know anything about your wang basically is just like a bunch of blood vessels. That's what makes it bigger. That's what makes it could be to its maximum size. So if it damages that, then you'll just get, smaller. But yeah, I thought it was just kind of funny. Something something I kind of wanted to share with everybody. The laughter and the ongoing fear of actually catching it and then having it do long-term damage to you. Uh but oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm out. Bye.